In this lesson, we are going to look at high-scoring responses to describe prompts so that you know what you need to do in your response to get a lot of points. So let's start with an example speaking sample response. For the speaking sample, you have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 3 minutes to respond. And here is the prompt. Describe the qualities that make a good friendship and explain why these qualities are important in maintaining strong relationships. And here's the response. A good friendship is built on trust, and this is one of the most important qualities two people can share. Trust means you can rely on each other to keep promises, tell the truth, and be there when it matters. Without trust, a friendship can quickly fall apart because both people may start to doubt each other's words and actions. When you know you can trust a friend, you feel safe sharing your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, even the difficult ones. Another key quality of a strong friendship is communication. Friends need to be able to talk openly and listen carefully to each other. Good communication isn't just about sharing exciting news. It's also about discussing problems, apologizing when you make a mistake, and working through disagreements. Misunderstandings happen in every relationship, but friends who can communicate honestly are better at resolving them before they grow into bigger issues. Communication helps friends stay connected and understand each other better over time. Kindness is also essential in a lasting friendship because it creates a supportive and positive atmosphere. Being kind means showing empathy when your friend is struggling, celebrating their successes, and offering help when they need it. Small acts, like sending a message to check in or remembering something important to them, can make a big difference. Kindness shows that you value and care for your friend, which strengthens the bond between you. So this response scores so highly because it does a number of things very well. First, it is well structured. It talks about one idea at a time using strong paragraphs or strong topic sentences. It doesn't have an unnecessary introduction. It begins right with the main points, and it doesn't include a conclusion. So this response is very efficient and concise. And then on top of that, this response uses very strong vocabulary. All of the ideas are highly relevant to the prompt. So for all of these reasons, this response would score super highly on the test. Next, let's look at an interactive writing, part A, or speaking sample response. So for both of these questions, you have 30 seconds to prepare and 5 minutes to respond. Describe a skill or hobby you learned at school that you find useful in your daily life. How do you use this skill or hobby outside of school? One skill I learned at school that I still use almost every day is typing. In middle school, we had a computer class where we practiced using the keyboard without looking at our hands. At first, it was challenging to remember where all the keys were, but over time, I got faster and more accurate. Learning proper typing techniques made it much easier to complete homework, write essays, and even send emails quickly. Outside of school, typing has become an essential part of my life. I use it for everything from chatting with friends online to writing job applications and reports. Since I can type quickly and make fewer mistakes, I save a lot of time and can focus more on what I'm writing instead of how I'm writing it. Even when I'm using my phone or tablet, the skills I learned help me type faster and more clearly. This skill is especially useful because so much of life now happens online. Whether I'm researching information, working on personal projects, or communicating with others, strong typing skills make the process easier and less stressful. So like we saw with the previous example, this is a well-structured response. It has well-written paragraphs with strong topic sentences. It begins by answering the prompt directly. All of the ideas are relevant to the prompt. It uses advanced vocabulary and different sentence structures. So that's why this response would score so highly. Next, we have read then speak. You're given 20 seconds to prepare and 90 seconds to respond. Typically, read then speak questions have multiple parts or questions that you need to address. So for these questions, it's especially important that you read all of those sub-questions and really try to address all of them in your response. So the prompt is, what's your favorite holiday? How do you celebrate it? Who do you celebrate this holiday with? What's your favorite tradition related to this holiday? My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving because it's a time to enjoy good food and be with family. Every year we celebrate it at my grandparents' house. The whole family gathers together, including my aunts, uncles, and cousins. We spend the day cooking, talking, and catching up on each other's lives. The smell of turkey and fresh baked pies fills the house, and it always feels warm and welcoming. My favorite tradition is when we all go around the table before dinner and say something we're thankful for. It's a simple moment, but it reminds us of what really matters. Sometimes the answers are serious, and other times they make everyone laugh. I like hearing what people say because it helps me feel closer to them. Thanksgiving is special to me because it's not about gifts. It's about family, gratitude, and making memories together. Next, we have interactive writing part B. You're given no time to prepare and 3 minutes to write for these questions. Here's the prompt. How can individuals contribute to addressing climate change in their daily lives? Provide specific actions and explain their impact. Individuals can help fight climate change by making small but meaningful changes in daily life. One action is using less energy at home by turning off lights and unplugging devices when they're not needed, which reduces carbon emissions from power plants. Another is walking, biking, or using public transportation instead of driving, which lowers air pollution. People can also reduce waste by recycling, composting, and avoiding single-use plastics. Eating more plant-based meals helps because producing meat creates a lot of greenhouse gases. When many people take these steps, the combined impact can make a real difference in protecting the planet. And finally, we have interactive speaking. For these, you're given no time to prepare and just 35 seconds to speak. Tell me about a place you would like to visit someday. I would like to visit South Africa. I have read many books set in the country, and I have learned about its history in various classes in high school and university. Also, I know several people who have gone there and said that they really enjoyed their trips. In addition to the history and politics of the country, South Africa has magnificent nature like safaris and stunning beaches and mountains and delicious, diverse food. It seems like South Africa has everything you could want from a place to visit. So from all of these examples, it should be clear what makes a high-scoring response score so highly. The ideas are clear. They are all relevant to the prompt. The progression of ideas is logical, right? One idea after another. And there is no time wasted on things like intros or conclusions. All of the content of the response is directly answering the prompt that this person was given.